Shalom. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Israel Brief, brought to you by Lay of the Land. With me, Rolene Marks, bringing you those top stories making headlines from Israel every Monday to Thursday. And it's news you might not get in the mainstream media, so if you want your daily Israel fix, look no further than right here with the Israel Brief. And we begin today in Jerusalem, where Israeli police have evicted a Palestinian family who threatened to self-immolate. This is in the East Jerusalem suburb of Sheikh Jarrah. Now, the background to the story is quite complicated. The family are alleged to have built their home and several businesses on municipal land that was earmarked for a special needs school and kindergarten. Now, the Jerusalem municipality said that they had given them numerous extensions to evict and to go live somewhere else. However, a final notice was given for eviction and they were evicted. The family did threaten to self-immolate. Now, this has created, of course, a lot of controversy and a lot of criticism against Israel coming from various NGOs, activists, and diplomats. And we must stress that this is not in contravention with any international laws. If anybody in any city around the world, Amsterdam, Melbourne, Pretoria, or wherever, built their home legally on in a park or on land designated for other municipal works, the same thing would happen. Now, Deputy Mayor of Jerusalem, Fleur Hassan Nahum, reiterated this. She said that these structures were illegally built. The Jerusalem municipality had given them enough time to look for alternative housing, and that regardless of whether you live in East Jerusalem or West Jerusalem, if you are found to be building illegally, you will be evicted and your structures demolished, as is what happened here. Now, Sheikh Jarrah is a flashpoint. In fact, the area has become highly politicized. We saw it last year with Hamas politicizing the eviction of 4 families from 4 homes over an ongoing rent dispute. Just several months ago, that dispute was settled in a Jerusalem court of law. Everybody agreed until Hamas put pressure again on these families not to accept the court ruling. Now, at least 18 Palestinian and Israeli activists were arrested during the process yesterday. In other news, and this time more positive news, we have to ask the important question: are relations between Jerusalem and Ankara starting to warm up significantly? And it certainly looks that way. What we know is that high-level talks are underway for our President Isaac Herzog to visit Turkey sometime soon. If this move goes ahead, President Herzog will be the first Israeli president since 2007 to visit Turkey. Relations between the two countries have been strained over several years. However, in the last couple of months, we have seen an increase in engagement from a more positive perspective, and it looks like ties are significantly starting to warm up. Just last month, President Erdogan spoke about how important Israel is to the Middle East, and he was actually hosting religious leaders from around the region. Now, yesterday in a press conference, President Erdogan said that he will be meeting with President Herzog pretty soon. So this looks to be a very, very positive move. You know, regardless of what people's opinions about Turkey are, we have to acknowledge that Turkey is a very, very important player in Europe and in the Middle East. Speaking about visits, the U.S. Center for Disease Control has issued a travel warning to Israel. This is as coronavirus numbers surge in the country. Now, yesterday we told you the health ministry had said that Israel has not reached its peak soon, but we are hoping that within the next couple of weeks, our numbers will peak and start to come down. And our final story takes us to the archipelago of Tonga, and Israel is looking to see how we can give humanitarian aid through the Foreign Ministry's humanitarian arm, Mashav. Israel is one of the first countries whenever there is a humanitarian disaster around the world, regardless of bilateral ties, to offer aid and assistance. Over the weekend, the archipelago area of Tonga was hit by a volcano eruption as well as a tsunami, and Israel is looking at what options we have to send aid that will include safe drinking water. So these are your top stories making headlines. Don't forget to check out our website. You can find us at www.layoftheland.online. Check out our Facebook page at Luttl's site. If you haven't joined our online community, please give us a like or a follow. We really want to grow our outreach and our community, and we need your help to do just that. And also don't forget to share our content wherever you find it. We are also on YouTube. Our channel is called The Israel Brief, and we would also just love it if you clicked on the red subscribe button. This way we can ensure that news from Israel gains greater exposure. And we are on Twitter, where all good twits are, and you can find us at Lay of the Land with a digit 5. So with the Wednesday Hump Day edition of the Israel Brief, I'm a freezing cold Rolene Marks. In fact, my fingers have frozen almost to this microphone. And don't forget to check in with us again tomorrow to get your top stories.